Hi, welcome to Phoenix, hashtag Rising from the Ashes. My name is Joey and I thank you for clicking on my video. In this video, I'm gonna get straight to the point because this is a long one. But it's very relevant to mental illness because it's all about medication. And it's actually unintended reveal of this medication that I've been documenting the change of, since October. So it's long, it's a reveal, it's relevant, and you got to pay attention, man. Come on, and okay, I'll see you. Before I give you the video, I just want to add, this video is heavily talking about medication. It is not meant to give anybody advice, recommendations, nothing like that, okay? It's, what is she screaming about? It is literally just my experience, and take what you will with it. Okay, with that being said, here we go. Is it recording? Hi! I'm here in the car, and I've never done this angle before, so there's that. Anyway, I better warm this up quickly because it's tanking fast. I just wanted to talk a little bit about medication, because my medication has been doing funny things, but also good things. So it's left me confused, and I just thought I should probably maybe talk about it a little bit. I think we've been doing a lot of videos in the car, especially at night. We are in the car, in fact, but it's the daytime, and we've been driving around a lot at night, almost every night, and and it's because, like, I have a deep burning desire to, I guess, which confuses me, because it's been a long time since I've had the desire to do anything, what would you say, unnecessary?
Not unnecessary, but something productive to your sanity.
No. I've never been willing to do anything with any element of risk unnecessarily, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I guess so.
I don't know, but
you did go cross country.
That was a long time ago, though.
Yes, but that was during the Twin Towers going down.
That's a story for another time, though, really. And I would wager to argue that I was a lot younger then, and I am simply talking about you're talking about a different time in my life, really.
Well,
the time I'm talking about, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, but the time I'm talking about is the time since I stopped working in 2004. Since that time, I had been going downhill steadily as far as being brave. But since that particular time, I have not wanted to do anything. Like, anything.
At all, no.
I mean, the only time we went anywhere was to see shows. I make exceptions for certain things.
Yeah.
I will push through for certain things.
Like her kid.
Well.
Get it? Push through.
Oh, come on. Is that a C-section joke? Seriously. What's wrong with you?
No, it was another type of joke.
Well.
Wow.
I was trying not to talk about that. You're being vulgar. Excuse me. You're being vulgar.
No, I'm not trying to be vulgar. You're the one saying the C word. I'm not.
C word?
Cesarean.
think we're going a little off topic.
Like you were saying.
See, we would edit this out if we knew how to freaking edit shit out, but we don't. We're still working with iMovie. We don't know how to, like, cut things up. So you can just be like, okay, this is like her staring at the camera for at least 10 seconds saying nothing. Let's just clip that.
Or 4 hours looking at the camera.
Oh, come on. And put it, cut and paste, whatever. No, we don't know how to do that. I'm so distracted by the view that I can't keep looking at the camera. I keep looking everywhere else. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about. This medication is making me
feel normal,
feel brave and adventurous in a way that I have not felt for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice. I like it. But
her mom doesn't.
No, shh, wait. But it gives me headaches on a pretty regular basis. Tylenol fixes that, but still, it's an inconvenience.
There's inconvenience with a lot of things, like take people who have asthma. Some of their medications leave them either zombified because they're in a fog, or they leave them shaking. Same with taking lithium. It leaves you shaking and twitching. And the only time
Excuse me, you shouldn't have said that.
What?
The name. That name.
They know what it is.
They don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I've never said.
You have.
Well, now that you've said, I might as well talk about it. You just opened up that can of worms. I am taking lithium. That is the medication. What are you doing? It's not like it's live. We can edit it out. Just gonna backtrack now. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna say, though. The medication I'm taking is called lithium. And it was a big decision to take lithium. It has a bit of a reputation, although it is very effective. It has side effects, as everything does. But there was connotations with it.
Connotations? What's happening?
Maybe that's the wrong word. What I'm trying to say is there was, beliefs that people had about it that weren't necessarily good. And kind of a stigma around it, I guess you could say. So,
anything natural usually does, because they don't believe that it works.
Well, anything natural usually does, because, not that they don't believe it works, dear. What is it?
It works too well?
It's natural, so they can't make any frickin' money off of it.
True.
I mean, that's the truth. But, I certainly wouldn't recommend it to everyone. A lot of people that have depression don't have depression on a debilitating scale. Sometimes just one thing is enough to, take the edge off and help you live your best life. And if that's the case, that's great. But because lithium had these sort of stigma surrounding it, I did not want to take it. But you have to understand the mindset of a person who has mental illness. Okay? when you have that sort of mindset...
Anyway? No, mindset anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say.
When you have that mindset anyway, you tend to overlook the fact that medication will help you out eventually, but it also depends on the individual and how much the individual is willing to put into it as well, because medication is not a fix-all. It just gets you to take the first step.
Well, I think it also is not that it's a fix-all, but it's also, it's kind of surrendering to something else, to
many people surrender themselves to God.
No, it's not like that. It's just like you're surrendering yourself to this chemical, and you're like, this chemical is going to just, fix my problems.
But if you believe that, then you might as well believe that, it's a cure-all. Like I said, it's not a cure-all.
It's not a cure-all.
If it were, then everybody would be taking it. But it's not a cure-all. It's better than most of the frickin' psychiatric drugs out there. I mean, shit, they used to sell it in stuff like, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola.
Lithium?
Lithium salts.
It's basically salt. Really. I mean, that's what it is. And refined salt. I don't know. They probably put other things in it. I don't know what they do with it. But honestly, it's a natural medication. And they don't push it that much nowadays because there are other options. Many, many, many other options.
That are more expensive.
And that they make a lot of money off of.
And sometimes they don't. The medication does not do crap.
Well, it might do crap, but it might be crappy. So, you're like, I'm in crap. Look, I am not somebody who's sitting here saying, I don't believe in medication. That is not what I'm saying. In fact, I'm saying the opposite, really. I mean, medication is the reason I'm alive, okay? Medication and the person next to me is the reason I'm alive. That's the honest truth. And I can't hate medication for that reason. I owe my life to it. So I try to work with it, and I try to work with my doctor, and I try to do, the best I can. But when you're at a time in your life, when you're younger, especially when you're younger, I think it's even harder. Because, no one wants to be struck down. No one wants to be having this horrible, cloud hanging over your head, raining on you.
Called Cloud Guy,
No, it wouldn't be like Cloud Guy. It would be like...
Depressing Cloud Guy.
Depressing Cloud Guy. It's like a gray cloud, not a white cloud. It's a gray cloud, and it rains down on you all damn day and all damn night, and you just never get out from under it, and it's effy. But, when you are young, especially, but not just when you're young, I'm speaking for myself. I did not want to hear about any medication, pretty much at all. The first go around was when I was 15. I went on medication then. I did not have a choice. I did not have a choice.
But it evened her out.
It got me through a few years. Got me through a few years. Prozac got me through a few years. Stopped taking it.
Because she needed something just a little bit more stronger.
When you are taking medication and it's not working for you, it's so easy to just stop taking it. Even when it's working for you, it's really easy to stop taking it. I mean, I'm not like kidding. I'm bitter about it. I'm bitter. But accepting. I work with it because it works for me. There's no shame in it. There's no reason to be like afraid of it. When I was let me think, third go around with getting on medication was when I quit my job in 2004. I was 28, I believe, or 29.
Fourth go around.
I forget these things, honestly. But at that time, I remember going to the psychiatrist that I ended up working with for till I left, which was at least 10 years I worked with her. And I remember the first time I was in her office talking to her, and I think she said something to the effect of lithium. And I had already heard that word bandied about, and I didn't really know much about it. But the way it was talked about was that it was something that was sort of
taboo.
Sort of taboo, but archaic too, old, out of date. And it was something that you went on unless it was in extreme cases, it seemed to me. That was the impression I had about it.
Well, it depends on the person themselves, man.
Well, to that end, I said absolutely not. I don't want to have anything to do with lithium, and might as well. In my case, it was mainly my ass just didn't want to get fat. Okay, because I was not as heavy as I am now when I went in there. And I was just I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. Because I lied. At one time, when I was between the ages of 23 and 28, maybe?
Around there.
Those were the years that I worked the hardest on not being overweight. I've always been overweight. Even when I was not overweight, I was still overweight.
In her mind.
In my mind, but, in society, too.
You're a size 12, yo.
There's always going to be someone out there that's going to call you a fat ass. Always.
Yes, and it turns out it was... it's always the person you least expect. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not here to call anyone out.
It doesn't matter. But I did not want to gain weight. I had worked really hard to lose weight, and I had gained some of it back, but not all of it, and I didn't want to gain any more. And so the doctor worked with me, started me on pills very, very, very slowly. And I'm talking taking a capsule, opening it up, and pouring out a little bit of the powder, taking that, and then doing again the next day to work up to a therapeutic level, is what it was called. I mean, that's to me, that's hardcore. That's really picky. No, not like that. You just swallow the powder. Oh, come on.
You gotta admit, what you're saying is kind of funny.
It's not. I don't mean it like that.
Hey, we have to have some sort of comic relief.
Okay. So, my point is I started on these medications that I take, and I started on them super slow because that was what my comfort level was. It's not that I didn't believe I had a problem. It's not that I even didn't believe I needed medication. But my ass was very stubborn and didn't want to gain any weight. That's all I cared about.
Meanwhile,
15 years later, I'm sitting on a hilltop talking about
16.
The medications that I take, which number in the 4. And one of them's lithium. And never would have done that.
Without my help.
It blows my mind. Because I didn't want to take that. I thought, I don't have that much of a problem.
But you do. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not that bloody bad. I'm not that bad.
That people at the time of psychosis, they don't know that I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad until somebody says you're bad.
That's exactly the point I would like to make. I didn't think of that, but that's a great freaking point. That's exactly it. You don't think it's that bad. You're the last person that thinks it's that bad.
Until you...
Everyone else around you is just like, yeah,
You're ape shit.
But you're just like, I don't want to get fat.
You're ape shit.
I mean, that's it. That's how it is. I guess my point that I'm trying to talk...
I'd rather be fat than miserable.
Honestly, I'm not unhappy being fat. I'm really not.
Privilege fat to boot.
I don't care anymore. I'd rather take medication that makes me, 30 pounds overweight than not take any medication and be like crazy and like want to jump off this cliff or,
Is that what you said you wanted to do earlier?
When?
Like you said you wanted to film...
No, I wanted to film walking over there.
Off the edge of
Angie's afraid to film over there. It's a pretty sheer drop, actually. And it's very windy, so, you could just, like, fall down and fall away. And
nobody would give a shit.
Excuse me, please. It would be bad. Like, I'm telling you, that porta potty's strapped down for a reason. It go clunk, clunk, clunk.
And fall into somebody's yard.
Mm-hmm. Imagine waking up to that in the morning. Anyway.
Along with you.
Yeah. Wasn't that on Beavis and Butthead or something? Yeah, it was Beavis and Butthead. Anyway,
shout out to Mike Judd.
Oh, we love him. Anyway. What was I saying? Where did I leave off?
Besides clapping your hands, you left off about how you don't care about your weight anymore.
I don't care about my weight anymore. I would rather be a stable, or at least somewhat stable person than, be skinny. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's just trivial. But it's not trivial for everybody. Some people have more of a reason to, not get fat or lose weight than other people do,
Yes, but every drug is different. What makes...
Lithium is supposed to make you gain weight. It is known.
It is also...
But it doesn't make me gain weight. It makes my ass lose weight.
Again, it all depends. It's like this. If you're meant to take it, chances of it actually being bad as you're taking it,
it's going to work for you if you're meant to take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you aren't meant to take it, you show the signs of what it really does, because your body's not absorbing.
I don't think that's a fair thing to say, though.
But your body's not absorbing it as it should, and everybody takes medication differently. Everybody absorbs things differently. Yeah. What may work for other people won't work for you, and vice versa. And on my consideration, what?
You've got to be kidding me.
No, that's the time.
You expect me to read a hand clock? I gotta look at my own phone.
It's 2:25.
Okay, 2:15. Seriously, dude, how can you do that? You can't just look at that quickly and read it. I never really got past digitals. I like those kind of clocks.
Yeah, my butt wears a actual chronograph, and you like digital display.
I don't even know what a chronograph is. Is that a thing? That's a wristwatch.
It's a chronograph.
Okay. That's great, honey. Just put it away.
Dude, it is put away under several layers of clothing.
Just stop that now.
You stop it.
Stop it.
You stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Okay, we have got to end this conversation, I think, because this isn't going anywhere. I don't know if this has been interesting or not. I hope it's been interesting. This is all seriously just me rambling, okay? And my experience about my experience. I am not saying that anybody needs to go out and look for lithium or follow any of the things that I do. Seriously.
But if you do have bipolar disorder, or you suspect somebody else that does,
get help.
Yes, immediately.
Professional help.
And we don't mean the internet. We mean actually go to your healthcare provider.
Healthcare provider.
They'll direct your butt in the right direction.
Yes. Because medication is worth it. It's worth gaining weight, as long as within reason. I'm very superficial. Anyway, it's worth it because it helps you live. And when I say live, I mean you really live, not just like existing in your house. The medication that I took for all those years, honestly, I think it just was existing medication. It was not like living medication.
No.
It really wasn't. It stabilized me to the point where
you can go to sleep on the couch and not do shit.
I've always been able to do that pretty well.
No. I mean, for 4 years since our daughter been born, you have done nothing but sleep on the couch and not really do much of anything because of your energy level, because of the medication.
No energy. No energy.
With this
but
stuff,
it's got food issues too. You got to blame that. Exercise, all that crap. Anyway, I mean, that's not crap. I just call everything crap. I don't mean that crap. Anyway. So, again, just to remind you, this is not an advertisement for lithium or any medication. But I am just here to say that as someone who has been through these rounds, these breaking points where you have to do something has to change. And usually that's medication. It's sometimes it works for a little while, and sometimes
it doesn't.
You have to change. Or you get into your head that you're okay, you don't need anything, so you stop taking it, then something bad happens again, and you gotta go take something else, and...
Well, see, that's the thing. You shouldn't stop taking something.
You shouldn't stop. Without being... in
a medical care.
In a medical professional's care is the only way you should stop taking
it. And
it.
if one of your friends or relatives are as such, trust their words. And I mean as such as they're, psychiatrists, psychologists, even doctors that you would think won't do a little psychiatry on the side, so to speak.
Like your primary care doctor?
Uh-huh.
You mind me saying? You get your medications from primary care doctor for that issue. I know many people who only go to their primary care doctor and never see a psychiatrist or therapist or anything, and they have a better life for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned, and I can't help but say this, is that even though you have a better life for it, it might not always serve you to the best of your ability.
No.
Sometimes you need to change things up or seek out new help or something. And you need to do something different. And it helps. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. It really does. So, okay, this has gone on a long time. I think I've said everything I need to. Is there anything you want to add? Later. Thanks for listening. Okay, that's the end of that one. Again, not going to make this long. Please like, comment, subscribe. No, you know what I forgot? I forgot to put a warning on the beginning. I'm going to go back and do that. But let me reiterate right now. That video that you just saw was not an advertisement for lithium or anything.
Crying?
I think there's no crying in it.
Oh.
It's you. It's when it's never mind. This not a medical recommendation. Okay. I just want to reiterate that
she wasn't crying.
I just. Oh, you threw me off. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for the next one. Thank you for watching.